Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another guitar solo lesson. So today we're taking a look at the Man in the Box guitar solo by Alice in Chains. This is one of my all-time favorite solos. It's a lot of fun to learn and play along with the track. And the good thing is it's not super hard. It's got a couple fast licks in there, but other than that, it's not a really hard solo to learn. So grab your guitar and put it in standard, a half a step down, grab your wah pedal, and let's jump into it. All right, so the solo starts off with this just really fast like hammer on pull off section, and all it is 0-2 or open 2 on the 4th string. So all it is this right here. Okay. While you're doing that, just make sure to use your picking hand to mute all the rest of the other strings while you're doing those hammer-ons and pull-offs, so you don't have those other strings ringing out. Otherwise, it might you'll get a lot of extra noise. So just make sure you mute all the other strings. Okay. So after that, you're going to go into this section here. All right. So all that is 7-9 on the 4th string, 7-9 on the 3rd string. So, and then when you hit that 9 on the 3rd string, you're going to bend that up a step and a half. So you're going to bend this note up to this note. So 7-9, 7-9. Okay. Then you're going to release that bend and play 9-7 on the 3rd string. So, okay. Then you're going to play 9-8-7 on the 4th string. And then slide down to 5 on the 4th string and play 5-7, and then like a half step bend on 7 on the 4th string. So again, that whole section sounds like this. Okay. So from the top of the solo so far, this is what we have. All right, so the next section of the solo, all you're going to play is a full step bend on 14 of the 3rd string, and then you're just going to hit that over and over and over. It's slightly palm muted every note, and then slowly release that bend until you get to the next section of the solo. So it sounds like this right here. Okay, when you get to the end of that bend and you've brought it all the way back down, you're gonna do another quick bend, about a half step bend on 14 on the 3rd string, pull off to 12 on the 3rd string, and then play 14 on the 4th string. So from the slow release bend, we'll play from there. So like this. Okay, so that little bend pull off to 14 again sounds like this. Okay, a little blues lick there. All right, so again from the top of the solo, nice and slow. All right, the next section of the solo is just this little blues lick right here. It's just a repeating pattern. You'll play it exactly the same twice. Okay, after you play that twice, you'll end it with a bend on that 15th fret right there. Okay, so what you're playing there, or what you need to play there, is a little half step bend on 14 on the 3rd string, and then 12 on the second string, and then pull off from 15 to 12 on the second string. And again, you're playing that pattern twice. So, and then bend on the 15th fret on the second string. Okay, and then you'll go into this section right here to finish out the first half of the solo. Okay, so all I'm playing there is 12-15 on the second string, 12-15 on the first string, and then you want to do a 1.5 bend on the 15th fret on the first string. So, okay, so you're bending this note up to this note. Okay. Okay, and then you're going to play 15-12 on the first string, and then 12-14 on the third string. Okay, and then that's actually where the second half of the solo starts. But there's 2 more notes to play right here in this first half of the solo. They actually kind of overlap a little bit. So after this part, he does like a long full step bend on 14 on the third string. And then he's just going to reach down and grab that 15 on the second string. So, and just kind of let that ring out while the second half of the solo starts. All right, so let's start from the beginning and go over the first half of the solo nice and slow. Okay, moving on to the fun part of the solo. So the thing to remember with this, pretty much the whole next section, the rest of the solo, is groove. It's all about groove. It's all about feel. You can play the notes, you can play them right, or you can play the right notes, and you can get through it, but it's not going to have the same feel. So you just there's a lot of muted hits, like kind of ghost notes in there, and like string rakes and stuff like that to have that same feel as the recorded version. So you want to make sure while you're playing through this next section that you get a good grasp on that feel. So enough talking about it, let's get into it. So to start off the second half of the solo, you're going to play 3 on the top string. It's just a real quick hit. And then 5 on the 4th string, and then 7 on the 5th string. Okay. But back to that feeling of like groove again, you're going to not just play the notes. In between the 3 and 5 and 7, there's like 2 muted like string hits. So like this. Okay. And that's this whole section, like I said, this whole section is all about groove, all about feel. So you just have to play along, really listen to the recorded version, and just get a really good feel for it. So anyway, 3, 5, 7. And then you'll go into this section here. Okay, so the notes I'm playing are 7, 9 on the 3rd string, 8 on the 2nd string, and then a quick little half step bend on 10 on the 2nd string, and then 10, 8 on the 2nd string, and then back to 9 on the 3rd string. So again, but in between those notes, you're going to have some muted string hits again, just like between the 3 and the 5 and 7 to start the section off. So okay, so again, just kind of getting that little groove there, and hit those muted strings in between those notes. I can't really tell you exactly where to hit them every single note, because then if I tell you that and you mimic exactly that, it'll sound robotic. But you just kind of want to get that groove going. Okay. So back from the beginning of the second half. All right, so after that, you're going to go into this section here. All right, so all I'm playing there is 12, 11, 10 on the second string, and then I'm playing 12 on the third string and going doing a little half step bend there with I like to throw in a string rake right there, so instead of just okay, so all right, and then you're gonna do another quick like half step ish bend on 12 and play 12, 9 on the third string, and then hit 10 on the first string. So that whole section like this. Oops, hit a little harmonic there. All right, next section is this right here. Okay, all that is 15 on the second string, and then 12, 15 on the first string, and then you're going to do a full step bend on 15 on the first string, and then release that, pull off to 12, and go back to 15 on the second string. So like this. Okay, again. All right, so let's go from the beginning of the second half of the solo again. All right, getting to the end here. There's just a lot of like random. It actually gets hard to hear at this point because he's just kind of hitting a bunch of random like muffled strings and different kind of things to finish out the solo. But I'll give you kind of a good idea of what he's playing there. So when I'm playing along with it, I hit this, I bar 12, the 12th fret, the first 4 strings, and I'll do like a hit, a couple muted hits, and then another hit on the 12. So okay, so after the little the bend here, throwing a slide there, whatever. Again, like I said, right here, it's kind of just random. There's nothing really specific that I can actually hear that he's playing right there exactly. So, all right, and then from there, do a quick hit on 3 on the top string or the 6th string, and go into this like kind of almost like Jimi Hendrix sounding chord. I think it's E dominant 7 sharp 9, something like that, or I guess technically E flat since we're half step down. E flat dominant 7 sharp 9, whatever. The fingering is 7 on the 5th string, the 6th fret on the 4th string, 7 on the 3rd string, and then 8 on the 2nd string. So okay, so from the bends, all right, and then you're going to do a quick bend on 3 on the 6th string, and hit 2 on the 4th string. So okay, and then I'm pretty sure he just does like 4 quick string mutes here after that. So okay, probably the top strings. It sounds to me like the top strings. And then hammer on 5 to 7 on the 5th string, and then play 5 on the 6th string. And then right here, it gets super hard to hear what's going on. I'm pretty sure there's 2 different guitars doing 2 different things there to finish out the solo. So the main, I'll show you the main one that you can more hear easier, I guess, on the recorded version. And then I'll show you what I think the other guitar is playing. So after the 4 mutes, so I think he's playing this right here. Okay, so what that is there is a full step bend on 2 on the 3rd string, and then playing open on the second string, then the first string, then playing open again on the second string, releasing that full step bend on 2 on the second string, so like this. And when you release that bend, do pull off to open and play 2 on the 4th string twice. So. Okay, so I think I failed to mention, when you release that bend after hitting the open strings, you release it and then do another quick little half step or whole-ish bend. It's not really particular there, but just a little pull off to open and then hit 2 twice on the 4th string. All right, so again from the muted hits. And that finishes out the solo. All right, so I'm pretty sure that the other guitar is playing after the muted hits. While the first guitar is doing that. So all that is 7, 5 on the 4th string. So, and then play 7, 5, 7 on the 5th string, and then 5, 3 on the 6th string, and then that back to that open E minor chord. So again. Okay, so let's do the I guess from the second half of the solo again, slow, and then I'll go through the whole solo, put it all together again, okay? All right, so from the second half. All right, so that is the end of the Man in the Box solo. Let's take it from the very beginning, nice and slow. You guys can follow along with me. All right. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the guitar solo lesson for Man in the Box. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions. I'll try to help you out as best as I can. And also tell me some other songs that you want to learn. If you got some solos or riffs or whatever that you want to learn, I will try to learn them and teach them to you guys. I'll try to help you out as much as I can. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. And if you enjoyed this lesson, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I appreciate that too. And I'll get out of here, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Okay? Bye.